Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Monday, guys. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, newest Wally season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Monday, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. Let's talk about some very, 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 very clear downloads. Guys, things are going to get really, really bad. Don't get it twisted. Things are bad now, but things are going to get really, really, really bad and worse. As the chosen one, you have been given instructions. In fact, I know that's a conversation that many of us had here on this channel, just vibing through the comment sections a couple of years ago, about a year or two ago. And we were all speaking about different downloads we were receiving in regards to stocking up on certain things. Of course, it goes without saying foods, but other people were getting different kind of downloads. I can remember someone saying like different herbs, things like that. So like when even with the medications, people who are on medications, like thank God I'm not on any medications, but I'm in healthcare. I'm responsible for a lot of people. So even when things like medication starts to run out, right? Even if you don't believe herbs work per se, it's still wisdom if you're getting the downloads just to stock up on certain things, right? Now, again, some people were given instructions to start farming, and so on. I'm not sure if you guys remember that recording, but the point of the matter is, as chosen ones, we were given certain downloads and instructions to stock up on certain things and other visions that we receive when it comes down to things like emergency situations, things like this. As a chosen one, you are going to be given intricate details. So much so that almost when you start to try to have these conversations with the average mind respectfully, they're going to think you're insane. Look around you. There are so many people, probably most, they're just going on with life like it's normal. This is not normal. This is not normal. But because you're awakened, because you're a chosen one, you know this is not normal. You feel in the spiritual realm, this is not normal. Things have changed. Whatever details that we're getting, in addition to stocking up on supplies and things like that. Another download that some of you guys may be receiving is dual citizenships, a desire to plant or somehow be, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But it's almost like it's, and hear me well, it's not about trying to run or moving in fear. It's about moving in the wisdom that God has given you during these times. All of a sudden, you're feeling a desire now to be in Jamaica more often. I'm just saying. You're feeling a desire now to be in Costa Rica more often. Like, it feels like this place feels like a second home to you. All of a sudden, you've been there 15 years ago. Felt nothing. Had a great time, but felt nothing. We see in part. When God starts to give you certain downloads and revelations, because sometimes it's bits and pieces of things, people have a tendency to kind of just like brush it off or forget about it. You can't do that. If he's giving you certain One second, guys. If he's giving you certain details and downloads, even when they're in bits and pieces, he's not giving it to us for no reason. It's almost like we got to still hold on to it, and then when he brings it together, it will all make sense. The puzzle will be complete. But a lot of things that he requires us to do, we keep feeling like we have to know why or it has to make sense. No, if just do it. Just do it. It will all make sense once it ties in together. But as a chosen one, it's because you have like this direct line and you hear directly. You don't have to go to your pastor to hear all the time, right? You don't have to, like, if you're tapped in and you're moving accordingly in alignment, you're getting these revelations for yourself. This is not the time to be lazy, right? Because we have a tendency to be lazy sometimes and we don't feel like tapping in. Like, I don't feel like going, I'm just going to be honest. I don't feel like going to the trail today, but I'm going, right? We got to really, really get disciplined on the way that we hear from God, because as chosen ones, we have a direct line and he's given out so much information that's preparing us for the things to come. At the end of the day, those of you who are in the country where I am, a lot of evil has been done. And it's time, listen. At the end of the day, God is going to take care of his people without a doubt. But at the same time, that doesn't mean we can just dismiss wisdom and say, well, I trust in the Lord. Absolutely, absolutely. However, if he's giving you certain kind of information and downloads and wisdom and insights, right? I mean, come on. We got to move. We got to prepare. As a chosen one, many of you guys are going to be responsible for your family and your friends and your communities or people that you're called to, because maybe they may not be able to see into certain things, but you do. So you're going to really have to help them to understand. And even when they don't, you're just going to have to just tie them up or something. Tie them up like, all right, let's go. We got to go. I'm having fun right there, but seriously, like you're going to have to be the leader. You're going to have the leadership mindset, even when everyone don't understand. You yourself may not understand all of it. However, you're moving through convictions and wisdom and insight. During this time, as we already know and see it, the evil is being dismantled like no other. People are turning on each other. People are now discovering, and I'm not getting all into politics and none of that foolishness, but it is what it is. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of video on TikTok about people regretting voting for this person and that person, and now like they're everybody's freaking out and panicking because certain things are being dismantled and they're losing the grip and control over certain things, and they're all frantic. Listen. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. Point blank, period. Why are you so afraid? So the point is, these things have to fall. And again, it's going to get worse. The problem is, a lot of people may get caught in the crossfire. This is why wisdom is so important. This is why obedience is so important. This is why alignment is so important. This is not the time that if you've ran away from God through rebellion or whatever the case, and again, I'm not speaking religion per se or having to be perfect. Just get in where you fit in, please. It's Monday. I had a long night. I'm tired. Work with me, please. This is not the time to still be out here moving around with evil motives, crooked mindsets. This ain't the time. If you're an evil person, if you're a scammy person, if you're like a person who just have a real negative, bad spirit vibe about yourself and your intentions are to hurt people and do that, this ain't the time. This is the time you want to turn your life around. Seriously. I was having this conversation. I can't get like too involved with it, but it's like business related, if you will. And I had to give this person a download. I mean, I asked them if they want to hear it. They said yeah. And this person had came up. I mean, it's not somebody who I know personally per se, but I know like kind of through. But God had showed me a while ago that this person came up like on some evil foolishness, but they came up. But now this person is going through hell. And now they're screaming, why me? Why me? What's going on? You really want to know? Are you sure you want to know? Because see, I'll keep my mouth shut unless God tells me I better speak. Right? But if you really want to know, I'll help you to understand why you're losing everything, why you're freaking out and have no control, why you have no peace, why you have no joy. Do you really want to know why you're in this season of wrath? You've wronged a lot of people. You've been evil for a very long time. Your heart is dark. You are selfish and you will hurt everybody in the process just so you can have. And you're out here questioning why you're going through the wrath of God, why your life is turned upside down, why you're losing everything you quote unquote worked so hard for. But yet the very people that you've hurt in the past are the very people who are coming up. If you're tapped in, the chosen ones are rising up. And even if some are still in the season where they're like kind of waiting, just please ask for staying power. Be still. Be still. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Be still. These evil systems are being dismantled. This wealth got to go somewhere. Guys, and you guys already know this because you're chosen, but we know everybody here is not chosen. Even some of the people who say they're chosen, they're not chosen. Meaning in the sense of, even if they quote unquote answer the call, they're not in alignment. They're not walking properly. When God starts to send, many of you guys have already encountered soul tribes. When God starts to connect relationships supernaturally, when God sends you great people, not perfect people, but people with pure intentions, great heart, reciprocity, servitude, etc. Lock these folks in. Destiny helpers, etc. Lock these folks in. Be aware, the enemy is going to use strategic ways to dismantle these very relationships that you're going to need for the next season or this season. He's going to cause strife. Now, we're not talking about people who themselves are allowing Satan to use them to hurt, harm, disrespect the very people that God have blessed them with, and then they turn around and say, oh, the devil is doing. No, you're allowing the devil to use you. We're not speaking about that. We're speaking about people who are truly in alignment, people who are really truly for you. But now the enemy is giving you demonic downloads. You got to use wisdom. He's going to try to interrupt the very relationships that you're going to need. Please, you guys already know this, but if somebody's listening and you're not a chosen one, please, whatever you do, ask God to give you wisdom on how to steady your character, wisdom on the importance of reciprocity and honor with certain kind of relationships. Ask God for grace over self-sabotage, etc. Proper communication. Conflict resolution. Things like that. Because you guys are going to all work together. Right? Somebody may be the prayer warrior. Somebody else is maybe the financier. Somebody else is the visionary. Somebody else is the prophet. Somebody else is, right? You guys are going to all work together. So it's going to be like teams and teams and teams of people who are taking care of the masses, but yet it is almost like you're called to a certain group. Somebody may be called specifically to elders. Somebody may be specifically to children ministry. Somebody specifically to mentor boys. Somebody specifically to cook, grow, plant, farms and things like that. Like everybody's going to be called to something different, but is going to be sectioned off in teams when it comes down to who's going to be called to steward things, etc. Things are going to get bad, guys. They're going to get bad. And they're going to get better. They're going to get bad sooner than later. And we won't be lost. We're only going to be lost if we're not tapping in. Because when we tap in, it's like things that would typically, you would have to kind of read one time or get confirmation because it's downloaded in your spirit. And you might be like, God, can I have another confirmation? Like, it's so clear. It's so clear if you're tapping in. You got to be fluid. You must be fluid. You cannot be a pig-headed, stubborn, I'm not going nowhere. I built this and I don't care what I'm staying. Stay right there. Stay right there. Things are going to get bad. But we'll be covered. It's your girl.